All right, let's dive right into a massive late-season showdown. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. You know, the story going into this one is all about grit, it's about opportunity, and it's about that classic football saying, next man up. Let's break it down.
I mean, it really doesn't get much bigger than this, does it? We're talking Week 17, with the division rival staring you down from the other side of the field. At this point in the season, every single play, every snap, it all just carries so much weight. You can literally feel the pressure mounting.
And as if the stakes weren't high enough, the Steelers are walking into this game, well, not at full strength. Not even close, actually. They are heading into a huge battle, missing multiple starters. We're talking key guys on both offense and defense.
And that right there brings us to the big question hanging over this whole thing. When your stars are on the sideline, who gets that call? Who is going to seize this moment? That is exactly what we're about to get into.
Okay, so first things first. To really understand who's stepping up, we got to take a hard look at who's stepping out. Let's run through the big names who won't be suiting up for this huge matchup.
And wow, this list is a big deal. You're looking at holes pretty much everywhere. On the O-line, losing a guard like Isaac Seumalo, that hurts your run game. Out wide, Calvin Austin III is a deep threat you're definitely going to miss. And the secondary, it's getting thin without two cornerbacks, Brandon Echols and James Pierre. And then, of course, there's the biggest name of them all, TJ Watt.
And this number right here, 3, that's for the third straight week that the Steelers have to go out there without their defensive superstar, TJ Watt. I mean, trying to win a game you have to win without a Defensive Player of the Year candidate for 3 weeks in a row, that is a massive, massive challenge.
But look, injuries are just part of the game, right? You can't sit around and feel sorry for yourself. The front office has been working, making moves to patch up these holes and bring in some fresh legs for what is an absolutely critical moment. So with the cornerback room looking so empty, the team made a really interesting move. They signed veteran Trey Flowers on Christmas Day. Talk about a timely arrival, right? He was brought in specifically to help what the team themselves called a banged-up group. And what I love is that Flowers showed up immediately with the absolute perfect mindset for a guy joining a team this late in the season. No ego, just pure focus on how he can help. He said, "I am here to serve, so I always do my role." That is exactly what you want to hear from a veteran coming in. And listen, this isn't just some random guy they pulled off the street. Look at the experience he's bringing to the table. We're talking about an 8-year vet who's played in 86 games. This is a seasoned pro who knows exactly what it takes to compete at this level.
And it's not just about the new signings. The team is also looking inside its own building, elevating 2 guys from the practice squad. Offensive lineman Jack Driscoll and defensive back Deshaun Jamison are getting the call. It is a true all-hands-on-deck kind of situation.
So what does this all mean for the players who are already on the active roster? Well, for them, these absences aren't just a problem that needs to be solved. No, for them, this is a huge opportunity to step right into the spotlight and prove what they can do.
You can just feel the grit in this quote from receiver Ben Skoranek. He knows a key weapon like Calvin Austin is out, but his mind immediately jumps to the opportunity this creates for everybody else. There's just no time for excuses. Like he said, we've just got to do it. We've got to win. Simple as that.
Now here's what's really interesting about this whole situation. It's how different players handle adversity. For some guys, it's a burden, but for others, like receiver Roman Wilson, it can actually be a chance to reflect and to grow.
I just love this perspective. Wilson, who was inactive for a few weeks, he didn't see that as some kind of punishment. He saw it as a chance to get better, to learn, to really reflect on his game. To call that time a real blessing, man, that shows an incredible amount of maturity and a mindset that's totally focused on getting better in the long run.
All right, so we've heard the stories, we've heard the different mindsets. Now let's get to the hard data. This is it, the final official word on who will not be playing in this Week 17 clash. So here it is. For the Steelers, your inactives are QB Will Howard, WR Calvin Austin III, RB Caleb Johnson, the 2 corners, Brandon Echols and James Pierre, guard Isaac Seumalo, and of course, linebacker TJ Watt. And for the Browns, their inactive list includes QB Dillion Gabriel, WR Jamari Thrash, and tight end David Njoku. So as you can see, both teams are definitely dealing with some major absences.
And that really brings us to our final thought here. You know, adversity can absolutely break a team, or it can forge a brand new identity. With so many players being asked to do more, to play bigger roles, to fill these massive shoes, is this a team that's stretched to its breaking point, or are we about to watch the birth of new heroes and a deeper, tougher squad? That's the question that's going to get answered on the field.